Hello, I am D-Man, back with another Total Drama video. This time, we are ranking the characters. Now, I have done this once before, but that was like a year and a half ago, and you know what happens? Opinions change. So we're going back, we're ranking the characters again, before the new seasons come out. I might redo this list once again once the new seasons come out, but here we are. We have every single character, and hopefully it's not 2 hours like the last one, or maybe it'll be longer. Who knows? I don't know what people like. We're going just alphabetical order. So first up we have Alejandro Dorometto. This dude, I love this dude. This dude, really, he, in my opinion, is the best villain. So yes, he's better than Heather. Really enjoy him in World Tour, and I even enjoy him in All Stars. Like, he's probably one of the best All Stars characters. Although I don't necessarily like the way Alejandro gets eliminated and stuff. It's meh, but other than that, man, Alejandro is just solid all round. Love the guy. No homo. Next is Amy. Now, Amy. She's not very likable, isn't she? I'm gonna put her in D, actually. I don't actually... It's gonna be like a low D, high E. I'll put her high E. I don't really, like, I think Amy can be a little funny, but it's only, like, funny in how horrible she is. But yeah, Amy is a pretty horrible person, so it's hard for, and it's not even like horrible in like a likable way, because you can have like Heather from Ireland. Like, that's a villain. It's like, oh, I hate you, but you know that works. But Amy's not even like that, because Amy goes so quickly. It's like, what's the point? Also, Heather, even in Ireland, has some traits that are a little likable. Amy just seems very cruel. And Maria. I'm neutral. She doesn't stand out in the Revenge cast. She doesn't really stand out for me, but she's not bad. She's definitely not bad. Like, I enjoy her presence well enough. I don't love it, don't hate it, just fine. A conflict with Zoe and Vito and Mike and all that, that's fine. It's fine. Like, there's nothing. Anne-Marie, like, I wouldn't mind seeing Anne-Marie again at some point, but yeah. Vito, I have mixed feelings because I don't know you well. I just don't know you well enough to give you much of an opinion. Just were a little annoying, but there's some potential. Like, pretty much else to say. He just made sound effects the whole time. I don't know what else to say. Next up we have Beth. Ooh. This is a tricky one. Beth's a weird character. She's not bad in Ireland. She's not bad in action. It really doesn't. Beth is just such a nothing character, even though she's a finalist. It's just her ending in action is just underwhelming, and it's like, people are like, oh, I hate Beth because she ate cookies. I'm like, I don't care. I just don't really care about Beth. I guess it's just completely whatever. I guess I like when she stood up there, Heather. That was cool. I did like some moments she has in action, like like when something about I think the show was like, you don't have a boyfriend or whatever, and then Beth was really good in that little badminton challenge against Heather. That was cool. I liked that well enough. I mean, obviously, I do like Beth and Lindsay's friendship. I think that actually is quite good. I think I'll put her above Emery just because there's more Beth, and like I think there are more standards for Beth than there are Emery. Blaney. Now Blaney, I really like Blaney actually. Now that may be slightly unpopular, but like just Zoe, I just think this character is funny. I just think this character is really funny, and I used to rank her higher. She used to be an S, but the only reason she's an A now is just because there's just not enough Blaney. I want more Blaney. Come on. You wonder why I put her in, a fan-made seasons. Come on, I like this character. I think she makes a good villain. I think she's funny as the villain. I don't know. I just enjoy her presence a lot. Brick. It's Brick. What, you can't go wrong with Brick. This dude is a bloody hero and a national treasure. Dude saved lives. Dude is just the bloody pure soul. He's just a good man. I don't know what else to say. Just a good man, and I do enjoy his presence. Like he's not boring. He's interesting enough. Like I enjoy it. I enjoy the small amount of time we have with him. I really do. Ooh, Bridget. Ooh, I like Bridget. It's got just Bridget. I think the thing with Bridget is that if we get by Island, I do think she's best in Island. She's just a really chill character, and that's about it. Like, I don't mind a character that's just really chill like that. And there's even like episode 14 of Island, there is that sort of Bridget stand-up moment, and I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. In action, though, it's like she just kisses Jeff, and then there's the whole with Jeff and Bridget drama and whatnot. It's like, okay, that's cool. I like Bridget there well enough. And World Tour, she does the whole kissing Alejandro thing, and that's like, okay, that's a bit weird. Well, why? Come on, Bridget. What? Come on. But I think overall, I just like Bridget. She is just a nice presence. And after that whole Bridget Alejandro thing happens, after that, it's like she's fine again. So then it's alright. I just enjoy Bridget, and yeah, wouldn't mind seeing her in another season. Now Brody, it's a low B fish. It's a very low B. I like him. It's funny. That's about it. He's not just super in depth. I mean, his little thing with MacArthur's is kind of funny. He's very low B. And speaking of B, we have B. Like B. He goes in B. All the B's today. Yeah, this dude has a lot of potential, honestly. He's only in 3 episodes, but man, he could easily be in more episodes. Yeah, sure, he doesn't talk, but this dude does not need to be does not need to talk to be an entertaining character. Like, he's just really smart and like that, and like just like he's a really clever guy, and he's also a likable guy, and like the whole silent thing just makes him a bit more mysterious, a bit more interesting. It's interesting. Of course, he's not the most standard character because he never talks, so there is only so much you can do with that. But man, I wouldn't mind seeing more B. B's cool. Cameron. Now Cameron. Cameron. I'm gonna put him here. In Revenge of the Island, I do really like Cameron. I enjoy him. He's not the most funny character or anything, but he's just solid all around and just a solid finalist. Like, there's nothing particularly wrong, or like he's flawed in some ways. I just find the way he's written it in Revenge of the Island to be particularly well done. And one thing I like about Revenge of the Island too is that yes, he figures it about Mike's personalities, but I like how Cameron actually has like a strategy in Revenge of the Island. Like, he's trying to align himself with Joe, like a physical player, and then once Cameron sort of realizes Joe's kind of a bitch, Cameron's like, get out of here. And like this dude's got some strategies going on. this dude's thinking about the game. I like that. But then All Stars, and the whole thing with Sierra. I mean, it's not Cameron's fault. It doesn't do much. It doesn't do anything for Cameron, really. But the whole bit after that, with the whole kissing Courtney thing and all of that, and it's like Cameron being too goddamn stupid to figure out Mal is Mal. Like, come on, you figured out Mike's personalities without any hints, and now all the suspicious stuff's happening. Maybe it's the dude with the MPD, the multiple. Come on, Cameron, you're a silly man. I don't know. And also, they put him back in the bubble, which is just that's terrible. That's just terrible. Yeah, they messed him up in All Stars. But I still like him overall. Now Carrie, kind of gives me Bridget vibes. Likable. It's not too much else to it. I don't know how to feel about the whole Devin thing. Like, she's crushing on someone who already has a girlfriend. It's like, okay, the lead, and even that whole when bloody Devin's going through the 7 stages of grief or whatever. It's like it's fine. But Carrie just ends up being like Carrie could easily be an unlikable character, but they make her likable enough. Now Chef though, I do really like Chef. Especially those first 2 or 3 seasons, he's really good there. It really helps. The later seasons he just doesn't exist, which sucks because Chef's cool. He's definitely different enough to Chris. He's like got enough similarities to Chris, but he's also different enough where like when you have that Chef episode, it's like, ooh, there's a different tone here. I like Chef. Chef's cool. Chef is cool. I especially like the bit with the whole Chef and DJ thing. Action. That was cool. I like that. Shit. I have no opinions at all. Barely got any memory. It's like, ooh. Chris McClain, though. He's the host of the show, and I'm putting him at the top of the list, right at the top, because this dude makes the show. I'm serious. Some people hate him. I completely understand. This dude makes the show. I'm gonna say first 4 seasons, he's good at. Yes, Revenge of the Island, I am including that, even though Chris does get a little bonkers there. But I actually like the progression of this guy who's like already a bit of a dick, and then he just gets worse and worse. Yeah, by the time it's like All Stars, and like All Stars, it's kind of a bit old. It's like, we've seen this before. And then Park Island, it's like, oh my god, Chris, you are so unlikable. Like, Chris and Parktail Island is just like a whole nother beast of evil. Like, damn. Like, he's still entertaining, but it's like, holy jeez, it's a bit much. Like, even like Revenge of the Island, yeah, Chris was really mean there too, but like, he gets goes that prison at the end of that season. He gets arrested. Like, he gets some good karma, and like, and the good thing about that is like everyone sort of acknowledges like Chris. Like, there's a bit where Joe's like Chris puts the bombs in their backpack, and then Joe's like, "You've gone too far, McClane." And like, I like when the characters go, "You've gone too far," and they don't do that in All Stars on Parktail Island. They just tolerate him somehow. I don't know how. Okay, maybe I think there's a bit where Sky's like, well, like, yeah. This dude's interactions, like his interactions with Owen are good. You know, his interactions with all the characters good. Lindsay, it's funny. Like, I just think Chris is he just makes the show, and like, we'll talk about the other host eventually. But you know, like Dom, he's not bad either. But he's just Chris really stands out for just being a bad person, and that makes it entertaining. And look at this, we have the Code Meister, or Cody. I like Cody. I like him. It's cool. World Tour obviously is where he stands at the most. I enjoy him. I enjoy his presence enough. In Island too. Yeah, I think he's more funny in Ireland, even though he's definitely creepier in Ireland. But I think it's interesting, and but too he's pretty good too. It's entertaining, not like the most. Yeah, I mean, obviously Cody's the bit where you like punches Duncan. That's a standout moment for Cody for sure. Cody is just somewhat of a comic relief character. Not my like. He's cool. Not perfect though, for sure. I do have some problems. I mean, he does get a little creepy with Gwen in the first season, and in the third season, I don't know. I feel like yeah. Next up we have Courtney. Oh boy, it's this person. You are better than neutral though. I will put her, since I do love Courtney. She's best in the first season, for sure. That whole Dunkley in the first season, that is really solid. Yeah, and like luckily I enjoy Courtney enough in action as well. Like some people don't like that change in Courtney's character, but I don't. I still enjoy Courtney a lot. World Tour is a little iffy. She's fine at the beginning, and then the love triangle happens, and then Courtney just becomes a little bit whiny sometimes. It's fine for the most part. Like I don't mind it for the most part, but it's like she gets a little whiny, and it's like this is kind of annoying. Can you shut up, please? And then All Stars, she's okay, just more of the same, really. And then yeah, Muddy Sunday just shits all over Courtney's character. Like, yay! What a happy ending. Like, come on. Like, Courtney's not the most likable character, but damn, she deserves a slightly better ending. Or just, some positive character growth. Crimson. They are fine. The Goths are fine. Some people love the Goths. I don't get it. They're not amazing. I like them. I guess they're cool. To be fair, it's been a little bit since I've done Donkulus Race, but like they don't say much either, and they get kind of far. It's like, they're fine. They're just fine. But probably the best part is Don's interactions with them. Like, I like Don's just does not like the Goths at all. Like, that's fun. And just, yeah, the Goths don't even care. Like, they do some good stuff for the Goths, which is why they're in B. And speaking of B, we got, not B, but it's Dakota. And I like Dakota. I do like Dakota. She's a likable character. Obviously, the first, 2 episodes or so, maybe, 2 or 3 episodes, Dakota's can get a little annoying. Man, the whole thing with Sam is just so good, and it's not even the main focus of, not even the main couple of the season. It's like, dang, that stuff is good. I want more Sam and Dakota, please. That was good. And then the Dakota Zoid stuff was a bit. I don't mind it too much, but that is cruel. That is a cruel thing to do to a character. For sure. Not very nice. Dave. Oh, it's Dave time, and I'm not gonna lie. I like Dave, and I'm gonna put him. Honestly, I think I'm gonna put. Oh, I don't know if I want to. Like with Cameron, Cody, and Bridget. I'm trying to think this through for a moment because Dave's either he, or he. I'm trying to think about it because I do like Dave. I like him more than Bridget. More than Cody. I do like him more than Cody. I think the problem is I like Cameron more than Cody, and then this. Okay, yeah. Dave's probably. I just think this character is entertaining. This character is just entertaining. I don't know what else to say. First episode, he's entertaining. He's talking his team is. He's got Leonard and Theodore, and they're all bloody weird as hell. And Dave's the only person going, "This is weird," and it's funny because Dave's the only one who can sort of see it. I guess Sky too, but Sky doesn't really question it. Dave's he's like, what? And in episode 2, he's more the same. That bit where he yells at Leonard, it's like, oh, that's funny. And here's the thing, Dave overall, just in the first couple episodes, he's not the perfect character by any means. In fact, there's another reason why I like Dave, and that's because Dave loses his mind. Dave's not a good person. I'm not saying Dave's a good person. I think he's a little bit too touchy, a little too, yeah. But it's like he's entertaining. He's decently likable enough. The bit where obviously Sky calms Dave down, it's a good scene. Episode 3, he's good enough. All the way up to maybe episode 7. I'm gonna say episode 7, episode 8. Especially once Sky and Max swap teams, it's like Dave starts becoming less likable because he does become more whiny, and that's not great. But then episode 9 comes, and that's hilarious. I know most people just find it really annoying, I think, but I just, when like Dave gets rejected and then he keeps pushing more, which is a horrible idea. Dave, don't do that. But he keeps going, and he just gets rejected again, and then he just loses his mind. And then when he has that's really funny to me. I laugh at that every time. But then yeah, episode 13, he's not great, and like obviously I don't want to get to the Sky and Dave drama too much, but like Dave had some problems for sure, and I mean Sky's not perfect either. I mean I'll tell you who the real enemy of that is. Goddamn Chris McLean, you son of a bitch, trying to ruin everything, and he succeeds in ruining everything. Of course, though, Sky kind of having a boyfriend back at home is not that likable, but we'll get to Sky later. But yeah, Dave's not meant to be I don't think Dave's meant to be likable by the end. But I still like him for the most part. I think he's in the finale. He gets out. It's a little bit much. But I just enjoy him overall. Even if Dave is not a great person, but he's entertaining. That's more than I can say with Amy. So, Dawn, I do like Dawn. Right there, I like Dawn. The only reason Dawn isn't higher is because there's not a lot of Dawn. There just is not a lot of Dawn. She just isn't involved very much, and like the bits where she is involved, I like a decent amount. But I just need to see Dawn more. That's really it. I just want to know more about Dawn, and like clearly people love Dawn, and like I get it. Completely. Dawn is a very interesting character, very unique. But yeah, there's just not enough Dawn for me to rank her any higher. I find that I do find the scene where like she's like, I didn't know you were a beetle whisperer to Scott. I still think that's really funny, and it's just, well, where did that come from? It's like there's this one moment where it's like Dawn might like Scott, and then it's just never mentioned again. Like what happened? What was that? So what was that for? Was it they just threw that in there randomly? Which it's kind of funny, and like there's some Dawn jokes. I like the chicken nugget factory. That's funny, and like whole Dawn and Scott rivalry in episode 5, I do like as well. I think like Dawn is just a good character, and some people say like, and like I guess one thing I do like with Dawn is like Dawn is a good person. But Dawn has them flaws. Like Dawn has flaws. Like some people think Dawn's perfect, and that's not true. I don't think Dawn's perfect by any means, but she's a nice character overall, with just some flaws, and I like this. I like when Dawn and Scott have a little rivalry. Dawn gets kind of angry, throws the fake Chris Idol at Scott's head. That's that's funny. And then there's even a bit where like Lightning gets shoots on like, I don't know what it is, some sort of meat of some kind. Oh no, the beetle or whatever. And then Dawn obviously saves Lightning, but she clearly didn't care. She didn't, like, what if the beetle wasn't? What if it wasn't a beetle? What if it's just some food in Lightning's throat? Like, would Dawn just be like, I don't care if Lightning dies? Like, I don't know. Like, Dawn only saves Lightning to save the beetle. That's interesting. But no, I like Dawn overall, and I do want more Dawn. She should be in another season for sure. Devon. Whatever. I mean, he's cool enough, I suppose. He's likable enough. He's got some decent jokes. The 7 stages thing's alright. Him getting with Carrie, like, that's all cool. Obviously, I'm just gonna say this, the Devon and Carrie thing takes so long. It's like, oh, you could cut this in half. And it would have been better. They stretched out so much, like, come on. But yeah, Devon's gonna go there. DJ, ooh, I like DJ. I like him quite a lot. It's just really the only thing bringing DJ down, I think, as well too. Honestly, I like DJ most in action. I just like the DJ Chef lines, and he's also really good in Island too. He's just a likable, funny, charming character. World Tour is the only real maybe issue. The Animal Curse thing, it's okay, and then there's some bits I like. I like the whole bit with DJ and Lindsay, and even like later up, it's just I don't know, that Animal Curse, man. It's just a bit cruel, first of all, the DJ, but it's also a bit repetitive, a little. It's not the best. It doesn't do much for DJ's character. But overall, DJ is still right up there. Dom. Solid. He's just solid. I don't know what else to say. He's just a really solid host. He doesn't stand out as much as Chris. He's still very charming, and there's still some good things. Don's a funny guy still. Don's a good host. He is also much more sane, which might be, which it can be good. And I do like how Don is more of a normal host, but while still being charming and stuff, and still having his moments. But yeah, he's just not Chris McClain. That's pretty much it. He just does not stick out as much as Chris McClain. That's really it. Duncan. Oh yeah, let's go. Duncan. I like this. I like him a lot. I like him more than Courtney. Ooh, do I like him more than Courtney? I think I do. Bias. It's close. Because I like Courtney more in first 2 seasons. But I like Duncan more in season 3 and All Stars. Maybe I don't know. That's a hard decision. I'm gonna go back. The thing, I think Duncan just has more screen time than Courtney, but there's Duncan. I do really enjoy Duncan. Like Island, he's really good in. Once Courtney goes, he's not as good, but he's still bad by any means. He's still good. Action. It's good in the first half, second half. It's entertaining, but ultimately he ends up being a weird finalist. Like, he should be a finalist. I don't know if the way he is a finalist in action. It's just like either the wrong season or like the way it's handled not quite right. And there was one bit, and there is one bit I specifically remember from another YouTuber. I don't remember who exactly, but they basically, I remember them saying like, Duncan bullies Harold the whole season and gets rewarded for it. And then when I heard that, I'm like, oh, that kind of is a bit wrong, isn't it? So yeah, Harold should be the finalist. It is weird how Duncan, like, they really should have either made it a Duncan and Harold finale, or they should have redeemed Duncan, made Duncan forgive Harold, which they don't really do. So Duncan kind of just, yeah, I don't know, like. Bullying in Harold in action's like, meh. World Tour, I liked his thing with Alejandro and Owen. I like that a lot. The love triangle stuff, I think he's fine actually. Gwunkin doesn't bother me. I'll say it now. I don't like Gwunkin as much as Gwent and Dunkney, but Gwunkin is perfectly fine. I don't hate it. It could have worked. But they just executed Gwunkin kind of poorly. but it's fine enough. And All Stars, while I think he's kind of funny there, like he's funny and stuff, like I like he tries so hard to be bad and it just does not work. And it's funny, but it kind of slightly ruins his character a little bit. And also him getting arrested is like, that's a bad ending. Like, come on. Like they do not give these characters good endings. Yeah, Duncan's going there. Dwayne, ooh, I like Dwayne. I like him. He's funny. He's a funny guy. Dwayne's funny. Like he's just funny. That's really it. He doesn't like the bit. Oh, there's the bit with Kelly. That's funny. He's just funny. The bit where he gets the tattoo. When he tries to connect with his son, or when he embarrasses his son. Dwayne's just a funny character. Like I don't know what else to say. Like he's just funny. Ella. Ella. I'm gonna do this. Put him in high seat. Ella is fine. The animal singing doesn't really bother me that much. By getting bullied by Sugar, that's just cruel. She's a very nice character, very nice and sweet, and like, the bit where she gets rejected is like, oh, that hurts, man. Seeing Ella get rejected like that hurts, but there's not so much depth to Ella's character, which is a little unfortunate, because I think Ella would have had some good depth. If they just make Ella slightly less nice, if they just gave Ella just a tiny bit of edge, maybe there's a scene where she stands up to Sugar, or something like that, that would have brought Ella way up there. I'm telling you, Ella would have easily been in that B tier, but it's just a little one-dimensional at this time. A lot of potential. I really think there's potential. Elodie. Don't remember much. Snort laugh. Whatever. I had nothing to go off of, really. The geniuses were just whatever. Emma. Ooh, Emma is good. My favorite. This is the sisters were the team I was rooting for when I first watched the Redonkulous race. And yeah, the sisters, I like them both. Emma's not perfect. I mean, there's some good especially like I know in the beginning she's a little bit too mean to her sister, I think, and but the whole Emma and Noah thing, that's my favorite part of the Redonkulous race, and I mean Emma's a pretty cool part of the Noah and Emma story. So yeah, that's like Emma, like the whole Emma Noah dynamic, and like Emma, like the sisters and the reality TV bros. That's the best part of the season. And so I do really like Emma for that. And even once the reality TV pros get eliminated, I do really enjoy the sisters from there. It's just the beginning of the season where it's not as good. But otherwise, I like Emma a lot. I mean, is there really? There's not much of a difference. I could swap them. Just trying to think of anything. I think this is I think it's Loki, I suppose. So I guess he gets one point ahead. Eva, I've got mixed feelings on you, Eva. There are some good moments in Action World Tour, and Island, you are thrown away. And then you return, and then you are immediately eliminated, and Eva's extreme hatred for Bridget in that episode is not likable at all. I don't, it's like whatever, like, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Eva again to see if they do something better, because Eva's got some potential, but meh. Ezekiel. God, what a character. I'll put him at the top of the list. It's like, I mean, I can't help but feel bad, but I do like him when he gets some screen time. I do like him well enough, and the feral stuff is kind of whatever. Like, it's very neat. It's like Ezekiel didn't deserve it, and then like they sort of run a little bit feral stuff. It's like, oh, he's just feral Ezekiel again. Ooh, big deal. But he's cool enough, and like when he's in human form, he's like obviously like an island is not like him. Like he's not great in the first episodes, but like in the I don't episode 22, like I like Ezekiel there. I like the bit where he's like, I got eliminated from the first, and then he just bonks him. Oh, that's funny. And then even in like the island special, that's probably what Ezekiel is definitely best in the island special, with like he interacts with Lindsay and Beth. That's good. I like that. I like that quite a bit actually. It's clear that Ezekiel's potential as a character, but they just shit all over him for some reason, and I don't know. Like, what does he do? Like, I don't get it. Like, ooh, he says a thing in the second episode. Ooh, how terrible! It's like, come on, those characters have done way worse. Jeff. I like Jeff. You can go right at the. Do I like Jeff? No, I like. Yeah, right there. That works. Jeff from Redonkulous Race, I am okay. Like, Island Jeff's probably the best Jeff. Which is really chill. But the whole episode with Gwen, that's a really good episode. Jeff and Gwen episode, that's really good. Thing with Bridget and like that's good too. I like it. In action, Jeff has the whole Hollywood phase, which is okay, I guess. It's like, that's not great. I get why it happened. I'd rather it be there than not be there, just because otherwise in the Aftermath show would be really boring. Because let's be real, in action, that Aftermath show is a little boring. Much better than much better in World Tour. Jeff in World Tour is fine, and then Redonkulous Race. I mean, Jeff's already not the brightest person, but I feel like in the Redonkulous Race they cut his IQ by like 10 points. He's a little too dumb in Redonkulous Race, for my language, just a little bit too. And it's fine for the most part, but it's like, okay. Jeff and Bridget's cool. Just don't really like kissing all the time. It's a very minuscule part of the character in that episode, I suppose. Jerry? Why am I thinking Gary? It's Jerry, I'm like 90% sure of that. Jerry is kind of funny while it lasts. But, you know, it's very early elimination. And it's Redonkulous Race too. In Redonkulous Race there are so many characters that, yeah, the teams that go early are not much straight. Ooh, okay, last person of the love triangle. Alrighty, I really like Gwen. Putting her right there. I do really like Gwen. Island Gwen's probably my favorite. Action Gwen is perfectly fine. I like Action Gwen. Gwen and World Tour is where I think it starts to fall apart just a little bit. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to talk about the love triangle at some point. Like, I guess I'll have to do it now. Gwen, Duncan kissing, obviously, Duncan cheating on Courtney is not good. Gwen sort of kissing Duncan willingly, knowing that Duncan's still with Courtney, is not great. And probably the most unlikable part of Gwen's character is that in All Stars, she denies that Duncan and Courtney were in a relationship at the time, when in World Tour, Gwen in All Stars tries to gaslight, yeah. I'm saying, like, she tries to gaslight herself and the audience, and I'm not falling for it. I don't like Gwen in All Stars. I don't like Gwen in All Stars. That's the problem. Gwen in All Stars, I'm gonna say, Gwen in All Stars sucks. I don't like it. It's not, I don't know what happened, but it's just not Gwen. It's just not Gwen. And like the way Gwen and Duncan, Gwen and Trent breaking in action was like not great. But man, I don't like it at all. Like Gwen and Duncan breaking up All Stars just feels like such a nothing thing. And it's like well, it comes out and it's like I don't like it. I don't like that. Because like at least if you're gonna do Wonkin, you should at least stick with it. And then okay, they break up Wonkin and to focus on the Courtney and Gwen friendship. And then they just ruin that, and so Duncan gets a bad end, Courtney gets like none of them like each other by the end. Duncan, Courtney, and Gwen, none of them like each other by the end. Why? They should have at least had some. Or they should have at least either had Gwen and Duncan like each other, and then Courtney doesn't like Duncan and Gwen don't like Courtney, and Courtney doesn't like Duncan and Gwen. Or they have Duncan and Gwen break up, and then so Duncan is like either of them, and then Courtney and Gwen don't like Duncan. But then at least if Gwen and Courtney like each other as like friends or whatever, then at least someone's happy, right? But no, no one's happy because none of them like each other. And I need to calm down for a second. Problem with Gwen, I'm just gonna say the problem with Gwen and All Stars is she's too nice, and it just does not feel like Gwen. There is one scene. There is and honestly, I don't care about the Gwen and Courtney friendship in All Stars a lot, and like there's a bit where Gwen's like, I only came back on the show because of Courtney, and she starts crying. I'm like, what the? That bit pisses me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not Gwen. This is just awful. And to be, because I'll say this, Gwen and Courtney rebuilding like a friendship is not a bad idea, but Gwen's just so terribly written. And yeah, and like when Courtney and Gwen do become friends, they become Katie and Sadie. It's like, what? Why is Gwen acting like that? She's meant to be the goth girl. And like, I know in World Tour she's less, like, she'd actually get less gothic there, but like, I get it, it's some development, but in All Stars, like, Gwen's not even remotely goth at all. And like, it's really weird, she comes back on the show only for Courtney, and then like, it doesn't even seem like she likes Duncan in All Stars, like, at all. Like, what happened? Like, they barely even, like, they're meant to be in a relationship. It doesn't feel like it. So weird. And then I do like the bits with Gwen and Cameron and Zoe. I do like that, admittedly, like that friendship and stuff. That's cool. I like that. Other than that, Gwen and All Stars kind of sucks, and Gwen in the end seasons is really good. So that's enough about my rant. Hope you enjoyed that. Harold. Yeah, let's go Harold time. Harold's going up in S. Harold saves all their lives like Brick. Harold has the mad skills. He's good in Ireland. He's really good in action, especially. He is so good in action. World Tour, he's whatever. But action, Harold is so good in action. So good. Funny, likable. You want to root for him to win. Harold, like, it's so good. And Ireland Harold's fine too. I like Harold and Ireland as well. Yeah. And like, you do feel bad for, like, I will say you do feel bad for Harold sometimes with how much Duncan bullies him, but like, Harold does get his revenge on Duncan in Ireland, so I kind of like that. And then even if you don't like Harold, even if you think Harold went too far, then Harold gets eliminated the next episode, so it's like, it all balances out. It's great. And in action, Harold, he gets bullied a bit too much, but that's not Harold's. That's more a problem with Duncan's character than Harold's character. Yeah, the only problem with Harold is, yeah, World Tour, he's not much of anything, and then I just kind of want to, you know. I just think Duncan and Courtney, there's more going on. And speaking of characters where there's a bit more going on, Heather is going right here. I like Alejandra more. Heather is the best character in World Tour. pretty uncontroversial opinion. Heather in Ireland is... I don't care. And most people really like Heather in Ireland, and I get it. She's a character you sort of love to hate. But the plot armor is so bad in Ireland. Like, I know all the villains get a little bit of plot armor. I know they're all meant to get a little bit of plot armor. Courtney gets the plot armor, like winning a million challenges and literally has lawyers and stuff. But at least it's that. It's like in the show, like, and like everyone's like doesn't like it. Like, it's like plot armor, but it's like Chris is like, you have plot armor. And everyone dislikes Courtney, and that's kind of funny. And like, World Tour Alejandra has a little bit of plot armor when like the plane blows up, Sarah blows up the plane. And then All Stars, like, even now has plot armor for everyone being an idiot because they couldn't figure Mal out. Yeah, but Heather, and like Scott has a little bit of plot armor because he gets immunity in episode, he gets immunity, and then in episode 9, and then he eliminates a person of his choice, which is weird, has the idol, and then stuff like that, but like Heather's plot armor is so bad in Ireland, it makes it hard for me to, because I don't find Heather a master strategist, I just find her mean in an Ireland, and that's about it, and it's entertaining. I like seeing Heather get her comeuppance and stuff, but it's not, and it's like, Heather's not a good strategist in Ireland. Not at all. In fact, Heather's not really a good strategist. It's just it, and that's probably pretty good. Heather in Action is not a great strategist. She's not. She does the best she can in Action. I think Heather actually does decent in Action. Well, Tour Heather has some good strategy toward the end, but Heather does get saved a bit. Heather's strategy in Ireland is really bad though. Like, she's so obviously the villain that it's like, the fact that she stays as long as she does is incredible. And it's entertaining, again, it is very entertaining, and her karma, the hair getting shaved is amazing. But it's hard. And then All Stars Heather is like there is the bit where like she, I don't know why she hides like their idol, and then Alejandro used it against her. Wow, big shocker. Heather, you're an idiot. Just why did you hide it for? It's so dumb. And how did you not know Alejandro the idol? That was dumb. Other than that, All Stars Heather was fine. And you might be thinking, wow, you're really talking a lot of shit about Heather if Heather's S tier, but here's the thing. Heather is just really good in World Tour. She's the best character in World Tour, and World Tour is my favorite season. And to be fair, she is solid in Action, and solid enough in All Stars, and even solid enough in Ireland. It's just the plot armor in Ireland is just what bothers me. Other than the plot armor, Heather in Ireland is good. In fact, yeah, that's really, the only two problems, but yes. Let me actually talk instead of stuttering like an idiot. Heather in Ireland, plot armor, and her being an idiot in All Stars. Those are the only two problems. And World Tour Heather is basically perfect. That is just great. And she does have one of the best arcs, from villain to hero. Hey, that's a video I made, that's funny. Izzy, let's move on. Izzy, I like you. She's funny. I don't care about her and Owen too much. She's just fun, like, she's funny, she's fun. Ireland, she's probably best in Ireland, yeah. That's fair enough. I don't know, she's crazy and stuff, and like, she can be funny, like Ireland in Action, like, that's funny stuff. But that's about it. I don't know, I don't think I find Izzy as funny as some other characters. And World Tour Izzy's okay. Like, Izzy's just always a fine character. Like, Izzy's just always gonna be a B tier. There's never a moment where Izzy's like horrible, or a moment where Izzy's the best character ever. Izzy's just always a nice character to have for some comic relief. The craziness is a nice contrast. You know, it's nice. Chuck. You're going A tier because I like this dude. He's a villain, bit of a comic book, kind of reminds me of Justin a little bit actually, now that I think about it. Entertaining. I like his villain, I like the villain, the stuff he does, I like the comedic stuff he does. It's a great blend. And like I like how he does contrast with Jose. I like the contrast there. Jux is just he's just really solid all round. I've got to be honest, and there are some jokes there I like. But you know, I like the bit where he crashes through the sign. He's now an ass. The sign was I'll move on. Jasmine. Ooh, I'm gonna be honest, you are. Do you ever really put it behind Dave? Ooh, I thought of. Let me think about it for a moment. I don't know if I'm gonna put it here for a second. I'm thinking this through. She's better than Dave in the first 5 episodes, but then then she gets angry at Sean kind of unreasonably, and then Jasmine's kind of unlikable for like 3 episodes. Kinda. And then episode 9, it's kind of, Jasmine is like, Jasmine's really good in the first 5 episodes, and then after that, it's like, episode 6 to 9, it's like Jasmine's not great, and then episode 10 and 11, Jasmine's really good again. And then the finale, Jasmine's good as well. And then I think I like Jasmine just a little bit more than Dave. I don't even believe where it is. Dave kind of has the Dave is just slightly less likable, and like I just shouldn't like. I think Jasmine's like the fact that Jasmine is a bit of a nicer person, and that does make her more likable. I think Dave probably has more standout moments, but Dave also but like Jasmine I think has some more. What am I trying to say here? I think Jasmine's just more of a solid character overall, while Dave kind of fluctuates more between he's entertaining and Dave kind of sucks. I think that's the last, of course. Yeah. Alrighty. Jay. Is that cool? I like the bit with them and Kitty and stuff, and I like the SU Twins. The plot was simple, basic. They were likable and stuff. It's cool. Jen, I will put you in the neutral. Right here. Jen can maybe mixed feelings. Jen can be kind of annoying. Really, the best joke is when the rug joke. They throw the rug at Dwayne and Jr. And then Jen and Tom just start laughing like weird fucks, and that's funny as hell. But Jen can be a kind of a little annoying. That high pitched squeal. It's like not great. Jose, ooh, I like this. I like you. But I don't really like you. Jokes. Jose is a good villain. Do you enjoy her as a villain? I like what she does. I like how competitive she is. Like she's not my favorite villain, and I think the format of the show makes it kind of a bit weird being the villain. But they do a good job with her. I'll be honest, they do a good job. See, this bitch got like no remorse. She just betrays immediately. Like it's kind of funny in that regard. Like in that episode where like they sort of like when MacArthur's sort of stuck in jail, and then like they're sort of like stuck in the jail, and then just Jose just like betrays them instantly, and then it's like dang. But yeah, That is good. And Joe, I like Joe. Right there. Swap. Joe's a good antagonist for Revenge of the Island. Solid character, wouldn't mind seeing more. Not the main villain, I think, but like, not a nice person, but entertaining. Has some really good interactions with Rick and Lightning, and then All Stars, the her interactions with Heather are cool too. Don't know what else to say, just a solid character. Not a very competitive character, actually. But good. Junior. I like Junior. Not as much as his dad, but... yeah, I do like him more than Carrie. And I guess it's good I get Junior next to Carrie. Hey, Junior, you might like that. Anyways, yeah, Junior's cool. He's kind of he's really like kind of the straight man to Dwayne. Junior's a kid. A funny enough kid. That's entertaining. Honestly, Dwayne and Dwayne Jr. Honestly, that's a good that's a fun team. I do like the way he hangs out with Jeff and Brody. That's actually a good bit. That's a good. I'm not gonna lie. Now Justin. Like Justin. Jay. Am I really gonna put him? Yeah. I think I am. Just because he's so good at action. Island, he's kind of nothing, and he's only other season in action, and he's just really good in action. He's not terrible. He's not great as a villain, but he's just he's just really funny, and that's really it. He's just really funny. His interaction with Harold and his interaction with Duncan and Courtney, and his there's a bit. Justin just has some killer jokes every once in a while. The bit where DJ quits the show, and then Justin's like, "Can we vote off Chef instead?" That's hilarious. Or the bit where he's like, "I wouldn't know math is for ugly people." It's like Justin, like I think Justin is consistently hilarious, but Justin, like when he gets a good line, he gets a really good line in, and I enjoy it. Still, Beta Alejandro though, but Katie, I have mixed feelings on you, Katie. It's kind of a little annoying. What else you want me to say? Yee! Kelly, hey, mixed feelings as well. And Kelly's not a great parent. I like her more than Taylor, but it's still not great. Kitty is going. I do like her more than Emma. Kitty's just likable. I like interactions with Emma and Noah and Owen especially. Kitty and Owen stuff, that's really fun. Again, the reality TV Pros and the Sisters, the most entertaining part of the Redonkulous race. I'm telling ya. Lori. The more, I think I like you. Yeah, the more I've more think about the Redonkulous race and stuff, the more I do like Lori. She's like, crazy, but she can go wild. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. So I'll put it in B. I'll put it here. I think that's good. I assume it's higher than when I put it last time, but I haven't checked. Leonard. He's going here. The best part about Leonard is Dave's interactions with Leonard, and I guess the best part about Leonard is like, yeah, Dave gets mad at him, and then Sugar thinks he's like a wizard. That's probably the best part. Leonard's his voice is a little annoying. He's not that. He's not is delusional in a really weird and not really likable way, and he's gone pretty quickly. It's Leonard, and he's in this race, but who cares? Who cares? It's Leonard. Maybe, and he also, I think the best part of Leonard is he burned down an apple. That's fun. Lashawna is good. I really like it, Sean. Going right. Yeah, that's fine. She's best in Island. Really good in Island. Her and Heather. That's really good. Her in Action. I like her in Action too. Some people aren't too fun, but I like Heather. I like Lashawna actually getting a little bit of conflict and stuff. It's World Tour Lashawna where I think it's a bit poopy. Because I don't know how much, I kind of buy Bridget for Bella. I kind of buy that, but Lashawna for Bella too, it's like, nah, I don't really like that. And slapping Heather, it's a cool moment, but I don't really like Lashawna a whole lot. It's like, I don't really like Lashawna for that. It seems a bit much. Lashawna, yeah, she seems a bit too mean to Heather in World Tour, which is weird considering what happened in Action, where they kind of become friends. So I don't know what the hell happened there. Either way, it's World Tour is better than that. But Action and Island, she's really solid, so she still gets the A tier. And it's Lightning! Shabam! 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 You're getting a B! Right at the top of B, I think. Yeah, Lightning is just... He's actually a decent finalist, I think. I think Joe would have made a better finalist. But Lightning's a good finalist. It's unexpected, but it's interesting. He's pretty funny. He actually is pretty funny. And like, even though he's not the most likable character ever, there are good moments with Lightning that I do enjoy. The worst part of Lightning is probably when he gets angry at Cameron. That's kind of a little bit of a... feels a bit like you're kind of forcing Lightning to be a villain, which I don't think Lightning is really a villain. He's just meant to be really arrogant. Not much of a villain type he is. And him getting rid of Zola is pretty smart, actually. All-Stars Lightning's actually fine. A little dumber than normal, maybe, but like, it's still good. It's good. Lightning is pretty much good in All-Stars still. Which, hey, can't go wrong. Well, next is Lindsay. Now, I wonder, I hate Lindsay. She's the worst character in the whole show. Like, oh my god. Alright, that's enough of the joke. Let's put her fucking top of S here. I mean, this is literally the name of the channel. Come on. Literally the icon of the channel. This video you're watching right now. Like, it's pretty obvious. But why do I like Lindsay so much? Why is Lindsay my favorite character? Island in Action, really. She's really good in Island. I find her really funny in Island. The bit where she the bit where she curses at Heather, that's still the best scene in the whole goddamn show. Nothing compares. And like, the Lindsay and Tyler bits in Island are really good. Lindsay's funny, and there's some depth to Lindsay's character too, and yeah, sure, Lindsay does like some little villainous things, because she's kind of like a henchman to Heather, but I don't mind it too much. It actually gives Lindsay a bit more depth, which I like. But Action Lindsay is where it's at. Lindsay in Total Drama Action is the best thing ever. So good. At the beginning, she's fine, but man, once she starts doing that whole arc where she tries to prove herself and stuff, and that she doesn't follow people, that's so good. It's so good. I enjoy it so much. Get Animal Lindsay, all that. You get the Get a Clue episode where Lindsay messes with Courtney's head. That is so good. I love it. So best stuff. The best stuff. Lindsay in action is my favorite thing, like my favorite character in the whole series. Lindsay in action. Total drama action. That stuff's so good. So good. And then they fuck it up by making her eliminate herself. Dumb, like in a dumb way too. I mean, I can't complain. It's been like over a decade since Action came out, so I can't. Nothing can be changed, but it's so depressing. Because Lindsay should have won Total Drama Action. I wish she did, but it's okay. I'm happy with the Lindsay we got still. World Tour Lindsay is also pretty solid, although I find her forgetting Tyler's name a little bit. It's a little bit much. Like, it dumbs Lindsay down just a little bit too much. But other than that, it's not too bad. And once Lindsay remembers Tyler, then she's really good again. Like, the moment she remembers Tyler, she's really good again for like 3 episodes. But even before that, she's fine too. Revenge of the Island, she's good, obviously. Obviously, probably my favorite cameo, although Heather's cameo is also very good. And then All Stars, I don't really like All Stars, and Lindsay in All Stars is not much of an exception, but it's not too bad because I am pretty sure Lindsay definitely intentionally voted herself off there because she's like, there's none amount of mascara would make no amount of money makes being on the show worth it, and so then she put the X in herself and eliminates herself. I do not like how dumbed down they did with Lindsay. Dumbs down too much in All Stars. That's the biggest problem. Unless Lindsay's intentionally being dumb, in which case then it's kind of funny. And that's kind of what I headcanon anyways, but it's just Lindsay's likable. Lindsay is really likable. I don't know what else to say. Anyways, moving on from the best character of the whole show, let's move on to Lorenzo. Not the best character in the whole show. Pretty. I think that. She had some slightly better lines somewhere. Who cares? MacArthur. Hey, it's MacArthur! She is. I don't know how I feel about MacArthur. Neutral. You know what? I'm neutral. I am. Because MacArthur, like, she has a decent arc with Sanders, but MacArthur can be kind of unlikable, and she's not, like, she can be funny, but she's not the funniest. And I don't know. It's like MacArthur just doesn't work for me. I think. I don't think MacArthur's like a bad character or anything, but I don't think it works for me. And obviously, yeah, I wish the sisters won the Redonkulus race. That does kind of annoy me. The cops, though, I like them winning. I think it makes sense for them to win. I don't know. I just think maybe they should have made MacArthur a little bit more likable. But MacArthur's not bad, and obviously MacArthur's made more likable by the fact that she's contrasted with Jose here, and I think MacArthur's a bit nicer than Jose. Mary, you can just go here. What else do I really say? You've had less lines than Elodie, I'm pretty sure. Max is funny as balls. Max is really funny. Ooh. Yeah, I put you here. I like Max. Max is funny. Max is a funny guy. His interactions with Scarlet are pretty good. I like, probably the best part is when he gets bit by that crocodile or whatever, and then he's like, suck the poison out of my ass, and then Scarlet's like, no, I'm not gonna do that, and then Max is like, do as I say, like, Max, I didn't know you were into that kind of stuff. That's kind of spicy, but I like it. Joking around this side, Max is funny. Max is just that good. He's a good character. Okay, he's not that good of a character actually. He's pretty damn one-dimensional. I mean, the babysitting stuff gives him a little bit of depth, but Max is, to be fair, I'll say that Max is a really fucking character. What the hell is Max? But I like what they did. I definitely get if you find Max annoying. Would not surprise me if someone got Max in like F. Mickey, I guess you're going up here. Cool. I've already done Jay. Oh, Mike. That's the thing, this is not just Mike, this is like Mike and Mal and all his personalities. Let's do I don't know. Mike's not gonna be there. I'm just deciding where to put him. Mike is decent in Revenge of the Island, but then he kinda I like him more than his characters. I like his characters. I think he's gonna go right here. I like Mike in Revenge of the Island. I think he's good there. Although, admittedly, he kind of falls in love with Zoe way too quickly. Like, come on. Like, didn't want to at least build it up a little bit, and then we have Mike instantly fall in love with Zoe, whatever. All Stars, Mike's okay as well, actually. Although, the reset button sucks. That sucks. Why? Mal, he's not that good of a villain. Mal kinda sucks. It's got a cool, I'll say Mal does have a cool voice, but he kinda sucks as a villain, don't really like that. His personalities are fine, I like him well enough. Probably the best part is his relationship with Zoe, though. That stuff's just nice. That's wholesome. I like it. And his friendship with Cameron was actually pretty good too, I liked that. It's Miles. I almost forgot your name. Go there, because you're not as interesting as longer. Noah! No, it all is going right in S tier. Better than Harold? Better than Duncan? No. Noah's best in probably the Runkus race. Noah's okay, only okay in Ireland. He doesn't really do much in Ireland, but World Tour he's pretty damn solid, and Redonkul's race he does a lot there. Again, I've said this like twice already, but TV reality pros and the sisters are the best part of Redonkul's race, and Noah's probably my favorite character in Redonkul's race. So, good on him. Even though I think Noah and World Tour is probably maybe a little bit like. I think maybe Noah and Redonkul's race has a few more misses than Noah and World Tour, but there's just way more Noah in Redonkul's race, so it's nice. It's good to actually have the season when Noah does stuff, goes kind of far. It's cool. Island doesn't really do much. Like, it doesn't really do much to World Tour, so it's. But yeah, Redonkul's race really saved him for sure. Owen, I really like Owen, and I do like you more than Duncan. Hold on. Courtney's ahead of that. I think I like. Put Owen here. Right next to Isabel. I think the biggest problem with Owen is he overstays a little bit. He's good in Ireland. Owen is just always a really solid character. He can never go wrong, but he can overstay his welcome. And he does overstay his welcome in action when he returns. That was no. So just don't bring him back again. Come on, we've already seen enough Owen. And I will admit in the Redonkul's race, Owen is not quite as good. But other than that, I really like Owen in World Tour. Owen in action is really good for the first half, and then the later half, Owen's kind of meh. And Island is solid as well, as some good jokes in Island. decent finalist, I suppose. It's hard to tell if I like Onyx Gwen as a fun small. I'm glad both endings exist. Heat. You just go with where the hell? Yep, I think I like you a little bit more. Rock. That's I don't really think about Rock too much, but from what I remember, Rock has some fine moments. Right here, probably. Right there. Yeah, Rock's not bad. Rock's just is just likable enough, just charming enough to get out of neutral, but doesn't really stand out to me. I think it's kind of his biggest problem. Rodney, you kind of stand out for the wrong reasons. I have some mixed feelings on you, bud. I like your design. I like some of the stuff with Clocky, that was kind of fun. And I like the bit where he mentions like brothers and stuff, but man, Rodney, you are the biggest goddamn simp in mankind. It's bad. It's really bad. Rodney is delusional not in a funny way either. It's really weird. I don't find it super hilarious either. It's like, he likes them again. It's kind of like, yeah, Jesus. Rodney's a thirsty man. Ryan, though. Now, Ryan can get some chicks. And Ryan, I like Ryan. Let's see, you're more likable than... I'm gonna put you an A, honestly. Put you right above Brick. Ryan is good. Ryan is really good. He's funny. He's likable. Definitely a lot better than I don't really like Stephanie. He's a lot better than Stephanie. And honestly, I kind of prefer. I do prefer Ryan and Carrie. Like getting together over fucking Carrie and Devin and Ryan and Stephanie. Ryan, I don't really like that. It kind of started. I will say that Ryan and Stephanie, like the daters, they kind of start off just like Jeff and Bridget. It's like, it's okay, but then once they start fighting a little bit more, that's entertaining, and you can tell Ryan's, for the most part, the good guy. And I like Ryan. I'm rooting for Ryan. Like, you can do it. He's just a likable dude, and he's kind of charming. He's got some good quirks. I like him. It's funny. It's good. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Sadie, on the other hand, is right here, and the only reason you get lower than Katie is because Sadie, you stuck around longer, and yet you did nothing with it. What was the point? Come on. Sammy though, I like Sammy. I like Sammy a lot. But again, she kind of has the Dawn problem there. I really like Sammy. But she don't have enough screen time. She got like 5 episodes. I like you more than... I'm putting it... this is a hard one. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna put her at the top of AI. I really do like Sammy, but she just needs more goddamn screen time. I think Sam's a really likable, really interesting character. Even kind of funny at times, which is interesting. Yeah, he just needs more screen time. That's the problem. She just needs more screen time, and it's really unfortunate because I do really like Sammy. But she just doesn't have the screen time. I really enjoy the bits like with her and Jasmine, and even when she gets to the Revenge of Amy, I thought that was really cool. And then they just eliminated episode 5. Like, really, they should have made Amy and Sammy stick around for wait. Does Amy really belong down there? No, she does not belong down there. Nah, I'm putting her above. No, I'm changing this. This is not right. This is not right. Amy has some funny moments. I know I moved her up a lot, but do I really only dislike that? I guess. Yeah, no. I don't know why Amy was down there for so long. Amy she's kind of funny actually, but yeah. Amy and Sammy needed way more screen time, and instead they give it to Ella and people that don't really matter. You give Rodney goes further than Amy. Like, come on, Sam, you are the All-Star. That's not an All-Star. I like you. Not as much as Dakota, but I like you. You know, I'll put you. I think I'll put you right next to Dakota. Really solid. Actually, no, I'll put you above Dakota. Actually, like, Sam's pretty cool. He's pretty chill. Sam actually is pretty funny in Revenge of the Island. Him and All-Stars though, I don't really care for. I mean, Sam and All-Stars is just Owen. Very clearly meant to be Owen, except Sam for some reason. And it doesn't feel right. But, yeah, Sam and Revenge of the Island is really good. It's pretty good, actually. He's funny for while he lasts. Okay, who's next? We got Sanders. Now, Sanders is actually quite likable, even if she's not. She's quite likable, actually. Yeah, it seems pretty good. I like Sanders. Not really much else to say. She's very chill. I kind of like a Bridget character. Very chill. I kind of like some of the she's pretty fit and stuff. I like it. Sanders is cool. Sanders deserves to win. Sanders deserves to win the $1 million. I don't know about MacArthur. That's kind of my only issue. Sanders. Scarlet. I like you, Scarlet. And in fact, I'm tempted to put you next to. I do like you more than Mike. No, I do like that. Okay, you're going right there. It is. Scarlet's really good for the first 9 episodes, and even episode 10, she's good. And then when she reveals herself, honestly, Scarlet's good. Even the reveal is fine, even though it kind of ruins the character. But man, she gets thwarted so easily. Like, you're so dumb, Scarlet. You're so fucking dumb. You are tiny brain. But yeah, Scarlet, the whole reveal does kind of destroy her character. I liked it before that. I like the hints of evil in Scarlet. I really like that when she's like, I sent my toys alive to my brother for like 6 years. That's like, dang, that's evil, but I kind of like it. I kind of like the subtlety of Scarlet's evilness. And then she just reveals herself to be like, I'm evil. It's like, what the fuck? Scarlet Fever's a fun episode, but you didn't have to ruin Scarlet. She was good. The way she bounced off Max was fun too. Especially when everyone was like, Scarlet and Max are totally like each other, and then Scarlet's like, what? That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, Scarlet's going right there, right behind Max. I think Max is funny overall. And also Max doesn't get ruined. And Scotty, my boy, you're going way at the top because I love you, Scott. No homo. You are Scott really better than Duncan. Is Scott here? Let me think about that for a moment. Is Scott better than Heather? No. No, not quite. It's better than Courtney. It's close. No, I don't think so. I think this is just it's better than Duncan. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's better than Noah. Better than Owen? I'm gonna put him here, I think. Now, some people hate Scott in Revenge of the Island, but I really like him in Revenge of the Island. I think he's a decent villain, even if his plan is bloody kind of bizarre. Like, I think the idea of his plan is bad, but he executes his bad idea well, so it kind of ends up being an okay plan, which is funny. Also, Scott just gets mauled by Fang. That's just brutal. Like, oh my god, Scott. What I wish they did in All is I wish they put Scott in like a wheelchair or something, just to show that he didn't fully recover. I know it's brutal. I know that's kind of brutal, but it would have been interesting, I think. But I'm also perfectly okay with Scott being perfectly normal again. Somehow. But yeah, Scott, I really enjoy him in Revenge of the Island. I think he's actually kind of funny in Revenge of the Island, and he's also pretty good in All Stars, even if he's very different. Once Cameron kisses Courtney, and Scott kind of becomes a bit of an idiot, and it's like a bit much. It's like, oh, come on. But before that, Scott's quite good, actually. I like him. He's just really, I really enjoy him overall. Biggest problem with Scott is he probably just doesn't quite have enough screen time. Maybe. I don't know. They needed to develop that Scott and Courtney relationship more. They had something there, I think, and they kind of squished it. And Sean now. Sean now. This is a good Pakiteak Island character. I do like you more than Jasmine. And in fact, I really like you, Sean. You get the best. You're the best Pakiteak Island character because unlike Dave and Jasmine where they have their lows, Sean never really has a low. To be fair, I think the highs of Jasmine and Dave are better, but Sean just doesn't have the lows. And so Sean gets the bottom of A. Of a brick. He gets right there. I do like one. Sierra. Ooh, Sierra. I'm gonna put you down here, actually. I'm gonna put you right up top of mixed feelings because I do have some mixed feelings. Maybe. Ooh, or either that or like, I like Sarah more than these those. Not going past that. Sierra in All Stars kind of sucks. I like there's an idea that they don't use where there's a scene where Sierra goes, if I lose my internet, I'll lose my mind. And I kind of wish I don't mind that idea, but I wish they actually kind of went with that. Because what happens is Sierra hallucinates before her phone's destroyed. So Sierra is just crazy already, but what they should have done in All Stars, they should have destroyed Sierra's phone, and then Sierra, not fully, but Sierra kind of loses her mind gradually over time. Like Sierra's like, I lost my phone, and she gets really sad, and then maybe Sierra starts hallucinating a little bit, and then Sierra just gets more and more and more crazy until Sierra's lost her mind completely because she has no phone. And then she's like, I don't have my phone, and then everyone's ignored, man. If she had a phone, she wouldn't be so crazy. That could have worked. It would have kind of shit on Sierra's character a little bit, but it would have made sense. Obviously worked too. I mean, Sierra's main season. Let's actually talk about that. And Sierra's a stalker. It's not a very likable trait. I don't really find that a very likable trait in most people. But yeah, Sierra has some moments more to her, and I do like how she develops, and that's good actually. I do like that. But I would probably dislike All Star Sierra, and if I find Sierra in World 2 like a B, then she kind of just ends up here averaging out. So sorry, Sierra. Ooh, Sky. Now I have an issue. No, you go down here actually, I think I do like Dave more than Sky. Only by a tiny bit. Maybe. This. I think I change it to this. Honestly, Dave's not better than Bridget, Cameron, Dawn. Sky's a little better just because Sky doesn't have Sky's the whole boyfriend. Which one's worse? guess. Oh, Sky has... Dave has more ups and downs. Sky has more... a little... I like Sky. I do like Sky because I think she's interesting. I actually think she is interesting. Yeah, some people find her bland. Oh, Zoe 2.0. I like Sky. I think there's some... She's competitive, but like she's like a nice person still. Like it's interesting. It's interesting. I think I'll put her there. I think maybe like I'm gonna put her there. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Yeah, but that whole drama, man. Oh, that's makes the whole thing where Sky never tells Dave that she has a boyfriend back at home. Like you had 5 million opportunities and Sky chooses not to use any of them. Like could have told Dave at any point. And yeah, sure, Dave was kind of like, I don't want to hear it, but you could have just told Dave to shut up one time. like come on. You could have just told Dave, hey, shut up for a second, let me tell you why. And then Dave keeps complaining, and then, okay, now Dave's being a bit of a bitch about it, but... yeah, fun stuff. That whole drama is a mess, but Sky, other than that, Sky's a likable character, and I think it's interesting. Yes, but you are kind of cool. Yeah, I like you. You're cool. You're just comic relief. But one note, but you're cool. Stacy. I don't hate Stacy, but I don't like you. Yeah, I do like you. Listen. Sorry, Stacy. Sorry, Stacy fans, but I don't. She is annoying. And she's only in like one episode, and I don't really see much potential in Stacy. I mean, there's a tiny bit, but I'd rather just put her in E. No, I don't think there's a. I honestly don't think there's a character I hate in this show. Yeah, but I put the tier there anyways just to keep people suspense. Like, ooh, just really hate it. Which character does he hate? I don't really hate any character, but Stacy is the closest thing to hate. Oh god, I just don't. I could've, like, it's, like, I know some people say, like, Stacy's the perfect first elimination, but no, that doesn't excuse it. You could make an actual good character and eliminate them first instead. Like, if Stacy was a good character, like, had, like, some likable stuff, and wasn't so one-note, like, she still, like, Beato, for example, has some potential, even though he's eliminated first. Like, could've done something like that. But no, you just make her unlikable just to make her a first boot? No. The character should not exist just to be a first boot. Like, come on, that's... like, that's stupid. I want a character to be a character that could potentially make it far. Not a character that will be the first boot. Ezekiel could have made it far. When you see Ezekiel and you see the way he acts, you don't see him being eliminated first necessarily. You could. You could see him getting eliminated early, but you could also see a little redemption arc. Stacy, you just you see it, you go, I don't think there's gonna be any hope for you. Oh, but Stephanie, I have some mixed feelings about you though. Nah, actually, I don't like you, Stephanie. I don't like you very much. I don't hate you, because you have some decent moments. But I don't... Stephanie's just a bitch. I'm sorry, I know some people like Stephanie, and respect if you do, but Stephanie just a bitch, and not in a fun way. Just a bit sad. Like all the stuff with Ryan and Stephanie, it's a bit sad. I don't really like it. It's kind of weird. Sugar is mixed. Right there. Sugar is mixed. She has some good moments. Like, I think Sugar has some decent moments. There are some moments with Sugar that are kind of funny. I do like how horrific the scene in episode 6 of Parktail Island is, where she just rips she gets the monkey out of the bear, and then she like puts her hand down the monkey's throat and get the bloody coin out. That's bloody brutal. That's kind of funny, and I'm sure Sugar has a few extra funny bits, like the wizard stuff. That's kind of, I guess it's mildly humorous, but Sugar, I don't really like. She's not that likable otherwise. Like, she's way too mean for no reason, and the rest of her characters just kind of meh. Does not deserve to be episode 12. Amy should have been the main villain. Even though I don't really like Amy a lot either, Amy could have been kind of a Heather-esque character, kind of. Tammy, you are so nothing. I don't care. What? I just put it. I just put it there. I don't care. Taylor. Kind of annoying. But honestly, a bit worse than Stephanie. You're kind of annoying, Taylor. Just a bit of a spoiled brat, aren't you? Tom. I kinda know I like Tom more than Jen. Something about Tom, like, a bit more. I don't know why. I don't know why. This feels right to me. I don't know how to explain. Sometimes you can explain it. Sometimes it just feels right. Topher. Now, Topher is... I like Topher. Topher goes right there. He's fine. His Chris stuff's fine. I like it. It's fine enough. It's not hilarious or anything. Topher has potential, I think. And I don't think they quite utilize it in Park Tower, but they did something with Topher, so I guess I can give them credit for that. Topher's fine. I like the idea of a contestant trying to take over the show. That's good. Even if they didn't really go very much, didn't do much with it. They could have made Topher way more interesting. They could have made Topher a big villain, honestly. They could have made Topher like Topher's trying to take over the whole show. Kind of thing. But like, he's much more manipulative as the contestants and Chris. That could have been interesting. And it would have been unique for a villain to not only manipulate the contestants, but manipulate the show, the host to take over the show. That would have been interesting, actually. Damn, it should have done that. Anyways, Trenty, my boy. I think I put you here. I like Trent. Trent in the first season is good. That's good. That's solid. Trent in action is whatever. And then you never really see Trent again. I do want more Trent. I really do. Because there's a lot of potential with Trent. They don't really utilize him very often. He's just kind of, he's good in Island, but he doesn't do as much as other characters. And then in action, they just kind of shit all over him. And I don't hate it as much as other people do, I don't think, but it's still not great. Two characters have to go. Tyler, Lindsay's boyfriend. I like you. I've honestly grown to appreciate you more, Tyler. I don't like you. You're not A tier yet. Put you there. I do like that. I respect Tyler more now. I've liked him before, but I respect the people who do like him more. I'm surprised I didn't before. I guess what I'm trying to say is I get why people liked him though, more than I did before. I get it. He's a likable dude. He's a very likable dude, and he's someone you want to root for. He's like an underdog. He's great in that regard, and he has some funny moments too. But I don't know. He just doesn't quite work for me. I think the biggest problem with Tyler, he just doesn't have enough screen. He doesn't do much, and that's his problem. I do like him and Lindsay being together. That's fun. Lindsay and Tyler being together is fun. That's fun. But they don't utilize that very much. They don't utilize Tyler very much. That's the problem. Tyler needs another season. And finally, but not least, we have Zoe, where the hell is Micah? You're pretty close to Micah. No, Jesus Christ, way too high, way too high, oh my god, way too high. What the hell is Mike? Mike's here. I like Zoe more than Mike. So Zoe, I like Zoe more than Joe, than Sanders. I think, I like Zoe more than a lot of these characters actually, hold on. Hold on, wait, maybe I actually do like Zoe, hold on. Fuck it, fuck it, I guess I do like Zoe, because I like her more than all these other characters, so I guess I do like Zoe. A lot. I I guess she is really solid. But this doesn't feel right, I guess. See, the problem is now I have so many characters here that now something's like, I'm gonna be like, is it like, I feel like Sean's better than Brick, but Zoe's better than Sean? That doesn't feel right either. I think Brick's better than Zoe. Brick's better than Sean. Sean's better than Brick. Zoe's better than Sean. Brick's better than Zoe. What have I done? So I'm gonna leave it at that. Alright, Zoe, she's actually pretty solid in Revenge Island. She does fall in love with Mike too quickly, but it's not as bad as Mike. It takes her like an episode. So that's good. And the plot with Emery is fine. She's just a very likable character in Revenge of the Island. All Stars is alright for the start as well, actually, but Zoe is a little too athletic for no reason. Like, why is Zoe so good at the challenges like that? Come on. Like, Zoe do kind of, like, people say, like, Zoe's a Mary Sue, and that's, like, kinda correct, but also kinda not right at the same time. Either way, Zoe was definitely, like, a bit of a writer's pet in All Stars, and I don't really like, I'll say Zoe dumb for not figuring out Mal. It's like the same thing with Cameron, same problem with Cameron. It's like, they're both likable in Revenge of the Island, and then All Stars are decent at the start, and then once Mal comes, they're too stupid to figure it out. It's like, come on. But Zoe has, I think, a few more moments, like the Zoe and Duncan stuff's pretty good, and stuff like that. Well, Cameron, like, Zoe at the beginning of All Stars is more going on than Cameron, because Cameron's just got to deal with Sierra for a while. And then Cameron has the Gwen, and then Cameron gets better again. And Zoe's pretty solid all the way up to, she's too stupid to figure it out. Which would be around, like, episode 10. And that's it! So, looks like it didn't take quite as long as my last ranking of all the characters. Look, it's like 15 minutes shorter. Yay! Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's nice to do this again. Nice to rank all the characters. Here's the updated list. I'm sure there are some differences for sure, but I haven't really seen the other videos, so if you haven't, you can check out that video if you want to see the differences, or if you don't, that's fine by me as well. Hope you liked the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.